Aizle restaurant is a restaurant that I've been wanting to open up basically my whole career. You know, coming back to Edinburgh has been massively important the whole time. But basically the idea of the restaurant is we don't have any menu. We just print the seasonal ingredients that we're using on blackboards and make a tasting menu from around that. Obviously we can still cater to dietary requirements and that sort of thing, but it's kind of a set price, a set thing for this month, and every single month we change it. For us it gives us a lot of flexibility, you know, it's very inventive, it's very creative, but basically what's at heart of it is just really good cooking and a good time hopefully. The challenges of opening your own restaurant when you're in your 30s or young, I think first of all would probably be financing it. You know, we don't have any investors. Everything we've done here is on our own money. We don't have any big, huge bank loans or anything like that. So I think financially it's difficult, and especially in this climate, to compete at a certain level as well, you need a lot of investment, unless I think you're super creative. So I think, yeah, definitely finding the right location, having the experience. You know, if I'd done this a few years ago, I wouldn't have had the experience to manage it in the right direction. You know, being a head chef is one thing, and there's a lot of great head chefs out there, but being a business owner and a restaurateur, big difference when the bills are coming in and you've got to steady the ship into being a great restaurant but also a successful business. I think it's a difficult one, but it's a definite fine balance. Throughout my career I've been lucky to work with really great chefs. I mean, in Scotland I worked at the Roman Camping Calendar, and at Greywalls was the base of my career when I was young. Luckily I was really lucky to get in contact with Gordon Ramsay, so doing a stage at the Connaught with Neil Ferguson led me to get a job in New York. So yeah, going out to New York to open up Gordon Ramsay's restaurant was amazing. So I'd done stages at John George, Corton, Picheline, all the sort of 2- and 3-star restaurants in New York, just to gain more experience about what I was really looking for and what I really wanted. And I think more recently, before Aizle, I was really privileged to be the head chef at Sandy Lane in Barbados, which again was a beautiful property, stunning location, great team, and a different thing to what we're doing here obviously. But yeah, a lot of lucky. I feel lucky to be worked with a lot of good people. Scotch Beef for me, it's funny, like having a career that's been based largely abroad, being outside of Scotland, everywhere you've worked, they all use Scotch Beef. I think obviously what makes it special is definitely, where it's raised, the climate, the country, the weather, grass, the wet, it all makes for a great tasting beef. So I think that's what makes it special. I think with Edinburgh's food scene, it's kind of exciting. I mean, when I left Edinburgh a long time ago, it's changed a lot. Lots of things opened up, and I think there's always been great restaurants. When I left, Martin Wishart was the best restaurant, and still, largely the best restaurateurs in Edinburgh. And then as I was sort of coming back to Scotland, Tom Kitchen's opened up, and sort of, I think it's great for the city. It's great for Scotland. You've got such great chefs in this city. I think, in terms of competitive business, I think it's all healthy as well. I think it attracts the sort of people that we need to have in Edinburgh for me to sustain the type of business I have. And the style of food that we have is much more, it's globally influenced. It's influenced from traveling around, so you kind of need people who are food oriented to have that interest in what we do. I don't think we'd survive if it was in, a smaller place with not so much exposure to great food. So I think it's a positive.